Hi guys, it's Candace. Welcome back. Yeah, I found another tie that I got to glue onto here. These are actually potato ties, not bread ties. That's why I haven't been able to find another one. And then John brought some potatoes home. I'm like, oh, that's where that came from. Okay, enough of that. So, we're going to make, I guess you call it a folio. I don't know what you call this. It's just going to be a large ephemera holder, I guess. And this is how I'm going to put the cards in. So, but I did change my mind about doing something, but I'll do that in between. So, anyway, what you're going to need for here is, well, hold on. Where's my other paper? I printed this on 65-pound paper just to give us some stability. Excuse me. This is one from our autumn leaves digitals that we have up there. I just thought this, look at that little baby gnat. Oh my gosh, I killed his mama and I guess the baby was there. Anyway, so this is some plaid that John's made, and then this is this, and I just thought this green and the blue kind of picked up in here, so that's why I chose that. And then you're going to need an eraser, a hole punch. Oops. So you can, let me empty that right now so we don't have problems. Okay, there we go. Empty. A craft knife, a little straight blade, a pencil or a pen, however you want to, make your markings on there. And some glue, of course. Some scrapbook page. And we're gonna make this thing. All right. I'm hoping we're gonna make this thing. I wrote myself cheat sheets. So, let's see if I can follow my stuff again. You know how bad I am about following my own stuff. Alright, let me put my little prototype there. Now, what I did first is I folded my 45-pound stock in half. I guess we need to go this way since it's going to be on the inside. And then I went and cut... Let me make sure you can see my cutter. Yeah, okay. I cut it on the inside of the 5 line on my little cutter. And then what I wanted to do is, because I wanted to make it so you could either sew it in, like it could be a center signature maybe, excuse me, or you could just sew it in and it can be, a page in there because the back you can journal on. So I did it, I cannot believe I'm going to cough now. So I cut it to 8 3/8 so it would go in there. So let's find my ruler. I didn't tell you, you need a ruler. And then we're going to do 8 3/8. So, and I know we have, well, on here we have that, I didn't print it borderless. So we need to trim 1/8 and 1/8 off of there. And so whatever size you end up with, that's going to be your size. Let's make sure, well, all right, good grief. And I'm bending it the other way so I can get my whites cut off the best. I mean, we'll still probably have to trim this after we put our other parts in there. But, all right, so now that we did this, I'm going to go ahead and fold it like this because we're not going to see this back. So whatever markings you put on there, you're not going to hurt anything. And you can actually, see better than on the other side. All right. Oh, hold on. Let me take my shoes off. And I know. Let me get a cough drop. Hey, hope y'all are doing good. Hope you've been creating. It rained a little bit today. Isn't that crazy? And it's gray out there, so it might rain again. Okay, so I apologize for the stuff in my mouth. All right, so now on the bottom, we are going to go up, where am I? 2.5 inches. So 2.5 inches, which looks like 16 centimeters. And then we're going to go 2 inches from there and 2 inches from there. So you're looking at 16, 21 and 2 marks, centimeters. I don't know what that is. And see, I do best not even trying to do centimeters because I don't know what they are. 26 and 3 centimeters, 3 little dashes. And then we're going to come over here on this side, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go up 2.5, and then 1 2 inches, and 1 2 inches. Okay. Let me put this up before I dent it. Oh, good grief. All right, so now I'm just going to take my hole punch, and I'm going to line up my, you know, if you want to, since we're not going to see the back, let's just draw a little longer lines so you can actually see where your middles are. Your lines, oops, are when you're hole punching, because it makes a little difference. But if you don't want to do this, then you can skip this step. So I'm just going to take my hole punch in as far as it goes, and I'm going to see, I didn't even draw my line long enough, but I can see it better here, and poke a hole there. Same thing here, in the middle, poke a hole, in the middle, poke a hole. Turn around, same thing, middle, poke a hole, up against the side, middle, poke a hole, up against the crease, middle, poke a hole. Okay, and that's all we need our hole puncher for, so we can put that up. Now we're going to get our craft knife, our straight blade, and we're just going to go, and we're going to cut, oops, we want about 1/8 of an inch slit mark. So we're going to cut a slit there, and then come over and cut a slit there, and the same thing over here. Then go over about 1/8. And then on this one too. I don't know, there might be easier ways to do this, but this is how I figured out how to make one. Alright. And then we're just going to take our little pieces out, and we have our little tuck spot slots. Okay, now some of you might go, well, what's going to keep the ephemera from sliding all the way down? Well, we got pockets for that. Hold on, let me put that back in there. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to flip it over, and you want to remember this is your bottom, the widest part. So make sure you do that. Ask me how I know. I glued it the wrong way on the other one, so oops. All right, and so we're gonna glue our little strips on here. So we want to cut them so they fit in between these holes, which looks to be wrong way, which looks to be about 1 3/4. These are just scraps, so I'm just looking to see if they're a hair smaller, but I think I can live with them. I mean, they're just almost too close, so let's just use them. By 3.5. So let's cut them at 3.5. And we need 6 of these. So 6 of them. We need 6 at 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, how wide is this? Nope, 3.5, not gonna work. So cut this at 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. That's those two, and then this one, however wide this is, which is Ooh, a hair over 1 3/4. We got to trim this down a little bit. Woohoo, party. So let's trim this down a little bit to 1 3/4. Excuse me, by 3 3/4. Okay, so we have all of our stuff. Now, I know this, we don't need this anymore, I don't think. So, and we don't need our pens or pencils anymore, so we can get them off of our desk. All right, so now we're going to glue these on here just on 3 sides, because we're leaving the top open, because that's where our pocket's going to be for the your ephemera to go in. Now, the only reason why I made mine, well, I made mine this deep just because I know my cards, I need my playing cards to be able to go in there. So we're going to put this in here. Sorry. And then this one. Excuse me, and don't worry if a little bit of this, of your little page pockets are in the circles. We can always go back and put our hole punch back in there if that itty bit bothers you. Whoops, timber. Oh, goodness. Like I said, we're leaving the tops open because that's going to actually be our pockets for that, for our cards or whatever ephemera you're going to use to go inside. As long as your ephemera is not any taller than darn it, what a playing card is. Okay, so we have that, and so when you flip it over, you know, see there's just that itty bit, that little itty bit. Can you see that? I'm going to put my finger through there. That right there, that little bit. You know, if that bothers you, then just get the right hole punch for one thing. Get your hole puncher and just put it back in there and just trim that little bitty part off. Well, I say trim it. That one we didn't even go. There it goes. Okay, now if you want to ink, good gosh, y'all. If you want to ink, I'm sorry, I apologize. If you want to ink your little openings, now's the time to do it, because, you know, once we glue it on there, oops, you can do it, but it doesn't look as, you know, as pretty. So we're just going to take a little bit of time and ink our holes, ink our slits. So, la, 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 la. I guess I'm going to take another stinking allergy pill. Whew. Okay. You know, and then if you wanted to even go crazier with this, I know, imagine that. You can use your little 1/2 inch strips that you have on here, glue that on there, and then make your holes and slits, and it'll just give you a little more dimension and a little more pizzazz. And you could do so much with this. But this will fit great in an envelope if you're mailing like some happy mail to somebody and you want to send them a little gift with some little ephemeras, or even playing cards too. Some sweet labels. This would be cute for a Christmas thing, with Christmas paper and little Christmas tags and labels that you make. Okay, so we got all of that. We got our little stuffs inked. All right, let me put that up for now. Now, what we're going to have to do on here too is the same thing. I'm going to fold it this way though. And this is going to be on the inside. Make sure I got my biggest part on the bottom. Yep, that's open. Okay. And we're going to cut it on definitely this first. Oh gosh, y'all. And we're going to put our side, our crease just on the left of the 5 mark, so that way we have our little room when it's bending over. And then just kind of, you know, especially if you have a design on here, you want it to, you know, still stay even. So we want to, like I said, we'll probably have to come back and trim it a little bit more, but just gotta get it close. So we have that one and this. And still make sure your biggest part is on the bottom. And, oh shoot, this might actually be perfect. So, so we're going to put it on the inside like that. And if that white bothers you back there, then, you know, now's the time just to take your little crummy sponge and put a little distress in there. So that way it won't be so stark white in there. It'll be just, you know, a little bit. All right, now, and then I'm going to take, open it up, and we're going to glue all of our stuff, and make sure you don't want to go past the top of this book page because then it won't open. So let's, that little gnat, I swear. Y'all don't ever move to the woods. Stay in the city with asphalt. Or do the bug spray and everything that they tell you to do as many times as they tell you to do. Do it. Okay. And we're going to put some extra glue around here. And then, like I said, just make sure you go on the very tops of the book page, because we don't want to, I feel like there it goes. I'm like, I got a little thing in my glue, because we don't want it to glue it shut. We want it to be on the very top so it has room to, whoops, and stay on the road. All right, let's just put a little more around. All right, and then we'll fold our page over. And then just smush it with your smusher, your bone folder or credit card, whatever you got handy laying around. And see, we got, you know, some of that showing, so we're gonna have to go back and trim it, but that's okay. Having too much is better than not enough. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just go around all your sides. So the most important part is to go on the very top of the that book page, so it sticks to the backing and it makes the pocket. And don't run over the road, and don't go too far in, because then you won't be able to get into your pocket. Sorry. All right. I don't just put a little. since this dries so fast. Got my crummies everywhere. You know, a lot of people have homies. I have crummies. Alright, so let me excuse me, put this in here and trim that off. Alright, so we have everybody's in there. And then let me tap off my glue. Alright, and then I'm going to round the edges with the large corner rounder. Well, I see a little excess here, so let me just clear that up. I mean, it's just a hair itty bit, but you know, I'd rather not see it. Oh, I know it was a little hard for my little cutter. Sorry. Okay, so now round our edges, and then we're going to come in and ink around excuse me, all the sides. Okay, I'm just going to do a little crease there to get some down the center. Then we'll just go around and get our crumbs on the inside. Look at that mess. All right. And there's our little ephemera playing card holder. Now, let's go ahead and put these in here just so you can see them. So, see, it doesn't go down any further because we put that little backing in their little pocket in there. And these will actually be the cards that will come in the Etsy, in this. You'll get this holder and these cards. Now, the only thing, I think there's 3 or 4 that's assorted. The chicken ones, you know, the backs are all the same, but the fronts are different. Than the owls, they're all the same. Oh, I was supposed to do something different on this one. Well, poo. Then we got the turnip, which they're all the same on the front. And then the 2 different vintage roses. One's yellow with gold trim and one's blue. Well, you can't see that there's a 3rd one back there. Okay. Oh, almost swallowed my cough drop. Good grief. Then these vintage birds cards, they're all the same. You know, other than whatever the hand is on the back. I don't know what's back there. The backings are definitely assorted. And then this birdie one, these are all different ones. And then these will be assorted. The garden and flowers and the baking one. Okay, so that's our little holder right here. I mean, there's room for lots more. And then I took one of the Artie Mae's larger butterflies. Hold on, let me find him. Let's see, we got this one. Or I know I had the other one on the other one, but this one's pretty too. Oh, here's the other one. No, is that the same one? No, that's a different size. Oh, dear grief. Yoo-hoo. I know, I'm digging in my butterfly bucket. I guess that was the only one I had that size. Well, anyway. So we're going to put this one in here. So the butterflies will probably be assorted, whatever one's glued on here. Okay. Just put him on here. Oops, got his booty. And we're just gonna draw his little antenna on there because sometimes, like I said, my machine will cut them. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes it cuts your butterfly out good. Sometimes it goes wah, 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 and just eats it. So it's hit and miss. Like I said, it's the first version. Now, other things you can do to this, you could always put in another piece of paper in there and then tie it on so you actually have like journaling in here too. I was thinking also that if you wanted to, you could take and cut this in half and then round the corners and actually just glue. Let me see if I can find a page. And actually just glue it onto your page. And then you could have a side tuck on it too. Or you could tip it in. That way you wouldn't lose the back on there. And then you still have room for journaling. Or this one would go like in the very front. And that would be great. It would fit really good in there. I got glue on me. It's bothering me. Hold on. But it will fit in your front pockets too on your journals. So, and like I said, you have your little ephemeras on here. You can decorate more. You could, add laces and stuff to it. And then there's journaling on the back if you want. So that is our little playing card ephemera holder that I'm going to be making, and I will have these all stuffed and full and on the Etsy shop in a couple days. I'm almost done getting all my papers together, so we'll do a flip through of those so you can see all that, and then we will have that on there. So there you go. I hope y'all enjoy this one, and this is really kind of quick and easy, not so hard. Just takes a little bit of time, and then once you do one, I mean, you really can knock them out pretty quick in about 30 minutes, and just depending on how much more you decorate on there. And like I said, this will fit in a 6x9 envelope, and even with all of these in here, you could get it for the shoot, what is it now? The stamps are 60 cents now, and then you need the next one over plus the the extra one. I think you need is 20 cents, so I think it's 80 cents for 2 ounces. But anyway, well, there you go. So I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing some of your time with me. Thanks for sharing some of your day with me. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks to all my subbies. Thank you for my new ones that I have. And I can't wait till y'all get the winners from the birthday week gets their stuff. Ooh! So Let me know when you get it. Let me know what you think about it. And I hope you enjoy them. And then we will get back into our butterfly journal and make some more things. So I will see you on the next video. So lots of kisses, lots of love, and we'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.